Hello everyone, this is a video showing you how to do the bobble stitch. And like our other video tutorials, we're just going to do a small heart square like this. All of the bobble patterns will come in the same format. You'll have what you need here. Our yarn recommendations, we always use Premier yarns. How many yards you need, which does vary by person. The size and how many blocks are in your graph. We do go over the abbreviations and then how you do the bobble stitch and how you work from different parts of the pattern. So the bobble stitch patterns come with a row by row like this, and then they come with a graph. Now for a regular bobble stitch pattern, you'll have a graph that prints all on one page, and then you'll have a graph that's enlarged that will print over several pages. For this small heart, we just have one. So these, the written row by row, how you read this, if you're right-handed, you're going to start at the left side and read every row just left to right. That's all you're going to do. Don't worry about the arrows, don't worry about nothing, just each row left to right. If you're left-handed, you're going to go in the opposite directions. You're going to read the rows from right to left. All right, if you're working on the graph, it's a little harder, which is why I recommend working from the written, but it is up to you. So if you're working from the graph, the odd numbered rows, which do not have bobble stitches on them, are going to be worked from the right side to the left side, going in this direction. If you're right-handed, it's going to be the opposite way for odd numbered rows if you're left-handed. That's what these arrows are for. But if you're just using this, you don't really need them. When you're working the bobble stitch, if you are right-handed and you're following the graph only, you're going to start from the left hand for the even numbered rows and work over to the right. If you're left-handed for the even numbered rows, you're going to work in the opposite direction. I always work for the bobble stitches, I always work from the written here. So the other question that we sometimes get with the bobble stitch patterns is something like this, parentheses, bob, comma, single crochet, parentheses, times 15. What that means is you do what is in parentheses this number of times. So instead of writing, you know, bob, single, bob, single, bob, single, bob, single 15 times, we write bob, comma, single 15. So this is actually 30 stitches here. You're going to do 15 of the bobble stitch single crochet combinations and then one single crochet here, so you can see this row has a total of 31 stitches. 15, 15, and 1, 31 stitches. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. With your color of choice, you're going to chain 32, and then you're going to single crochet in the second chain from hook and in each chain across. And this does count as row 1, so that's why it starts at row 2. And then at the end of each row, you chain 1 and turn. Now, some of our earlier patterns don't start like this. I'm actually in the process of changing them over, but this is how it works. So anyway, we're going to get the yarn and do our little starting loop there. We're going to chain 32. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. All right, and then it says a single crochet in second chain from hook and in each chain across. So we're going to go in the second chain from hook and just single crochet across. So it's 1, 2, and we'll have 31. 3. Now I do notice that when I am doing the bobble crochet patterns and when a lot of my testers are doing them, It seems like in the first 5 rows is when the counting errors happen. I don't know whether the piece is just not taking its shape yet, and so the counting's harder, but that seems to be when most of the errors are. So for the bobble stitches, the counting is important. If you're off a stitch, it will matter. Your letters will be crooked, your photos might be a little off. Now, you know, there's probably some designs that it won't matter if you're off one, but I would say count. And if you're off, find your error. Usually it's because you skipped one of the single crochets, and then go back and fix that, because it really will make a difference with the bobble stitches lining up, because when you have words, you want them to line up. And even like the heart, you want it to look just like that. Now you will notice the bobble graphs are a little bit different than the other graphs in that the colors. So you're not doing it different colors. You're just, these mean bobbles, not a change of color. Now there are some people that will make their bobbles a different color, and that's totally fine. You can do that. For this tutorial, we're just going to do it all in one color and let the bobble make our designs. All right, we're almost at the end here. It's a little bit muggy here today. I'm in Northwest Pennsylvania, and it's a little muggy and sticky. All right, so we got 31. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 at that big one. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31. All right, so we're good to go there. So now we're going to chain 1 and turn. And our first stitch is a single crochet. So we're going to do that single crochet. And then we're going to do bobble single crochet across to the end. So for the bobble, and we do go over here, how to do it, you can follow along. We're going to yarn over, insert the hook into the stitch, the next stitch. We're going to yarn over and draw up a loop, and yarn over and draw through the first 2. And we're going to do that 3 more times. So in the same stitch. There's 1, 2, 3. Then you see I have 5 loops on my hook, so I'm going to yarn over and pull through. Now I'm going to do the single crochet, because after every bobble is a single crochet, and then what I do is you just kind of put your thumb in there and pop it out. This is the back. When you're working on the single crochet rows, the front of the afghan will be facing you. So if I'm crocheting here, then I'm working on a single crochet row. When I'm doing the bobble rows, the back is facing because you're pushing them out. Okay, so right now what row I'm working on is this row of bobbles. That's what we're going to do first. Okay, so we got the single crochet. Now we're going to do the bobble. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, bring through 2. We're going to do this 3 more times. And it feels a little awkward, but once you start doing it, it really is easy. And it's kind of nice doing these draw through 5. And then we're going to do our single crochet. There, see, it's coming along. So I'm going to do a few more, just the exact same way, so you see. But it's kind of nice doing these one color bobble stitch ones, because you don't have to have the yarn bobbins that you need for the corner to corners and the single crochets. You don't have to cut every row like you do for the overlay mosaic. These are just very, very easy to do. I just finished up that moon and back bobble one, that all white afghan. And oh my gosh, so few ends to weave in. It was fantastic. And it came out and it looked so pretty and kind of had an elegant look to it. It was really nice. Okay, so let's at least try to get through this row here so we can do the single crochet row so that you can see that. I mean, it's not hard, it's really just single crocheting across, but okay, bring through 2 and then bring through 5 just so that you see it. I see my little dog over there that I forgot to put up, so hopefully she doesn't start barking. All right, I'm not going to do the whole square because this is literally just the same stitches over and over. I think sometimes when people see these graph projects, they seem like they get overwhelmed because they look so hard, but really graph projects are very simple. You're doing the same stitches over and over and over again. All you're doing is changing colors when the pattern tells you to. That's it. The crocheting part though is really easy. So some of these, you know, doilies and whatnot that you see, I think those are way harder to do than these Grafgans or those stuffed toys. Yeah, I can't do those. They're too hard for me. All right, bring through 5, stuff it through there. Now normally, I'm not a fast crocheter anyway, but normally I am a little bit faster than this, but again, it is really hot and sticky here. And so it's kind of sticking. It's a little hard. Yeah, some of my testers, they work through so fast. It's like, how on earth do they get these done so fast? It's like they're super women. And you would think, well, they just sit home and crochet all the time, but no, a lot of them have jobs too. Some of them are retired and crochet a lot. Some of them have jobs and they're just as fast as they can be, or little kids. It's like amazing. And I would mention some of their names, but if I did that, I would probably forget one, and that wouldn't be good. All right, but if you ever do want to be a pattern tester, you can go to our Facebook group, and it's just Crochet Couch, not the Crochet Couch. The Crochet Couch is our big main group. Just Crochet Couch is our tester group. You can go there and apply, and it's not hard. You know, all we ask, you don't have to jump through 50 million hoops. You know, you don't have to post all over social media and all of that crap. You do got to post progress pictures, and let us know if you find an error in the pattern, which, you know, we hope that you don't, and then, you know, post a nice picture when you're done and get it done in a, you know, timely amount. We generally say 3 months, 5 months if you need it. Some people have went over, and it's okay when they've, you know, kept up with, hey, this is what's going on, not, you know, I'm busy, I don't want to do it, but, you know, things that are unexpected, that they just couldn't help it, and, you know, we're okay with that. We know life happens sometimes. Okay, almost to the end. Trying to do it a little bit looser because sometimes that helps. I notice my bobbles tend to get bigger and bigger if I'm not careful. The only thing that I don't like about the bobbles is I have to use a bigger hook than what I normally use. Usually I like an H, it's my favorite, but I have like an I for this one. It's my H, it doesn't look as good. All right, and you're never going to have 2 bobbles together. It's always going to be a single crochet on each side and a single crochet beneath and a single crochet on top. So your bobbles are always on the even numbered rows. They're never on the odd numbered rows. Well, at least for my patterns. I guess I'm not sure how other people do them. but that's mine. So I guess I shouldn't say that. Years ago, probably 20 years ago, maybe 25 years ago actually, I did a big bobble afghan for someone. It came out pretty nice. All right, we're almost at the end. So this is row 2 that I'm working on. You see how I did that bobble, single, bobble, single, bobble, single. Like it said. All right, we're almost done. Yay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got 5 on the hook, which I do. Pull that through. Single crochet in that last one. It's kind of awkward here at the beginning, but it does get better. All right, so we're gonna chain 1 and turn at the end of the row. Chain 1 and turn, and now we're just gonna do single crochet 31. So we'll single crochet in the single crochet from the previous row, and then the top of that bobble. See, you got big old V's there. They're easy to crochet. I think what happens when people are doing these is the bobble V's are so big that sometimes people miss the little single crochets in between. So for this one, sometimes, you know, when I'm doing these, I just do bobble, single, bobble, single, you know, just kind of making sure that I don't skip one of those little single crochets, because that would not be good. All right, we're gonna get down here. I feel like this is a little loose and not very good because I'm trying to stay on camera. Have my little thing here so I don't get outside of that with my crocheting, because I tend to do that. The video tutorial process is work in progress. You don't want to talk too much because, you know, who cares about all your crap? And you don't want to just have silent, because then that's just weird. All right, but I figure we can talk a little bit while we're stitching. No music in the background. So that kind of annoys me anyway. But, you know, some people like it. Although if we put some AC/DC on, might get me to crocheting faster. All right, almost there. Almost, almost, almost. And of course your last stitch should be in a single crochet. Oh, whoops, I think I got too much there. Just want that last little V. All right, there's 31 stitches there, and then it's going to be the same as before. I'm going to chain 1 and turn, and then it says single crochet bob, then single crochet 27, bob and single crochet, because that's going to be this row here, you know, where you're just going to have a bobble on each end. So that's what I would do, you know, single crochet there, do a bobble here, then single crochet all the way through, do the bobble here and the single crochet there, and then they would line up. And sometimes, you know, they can get flat, but you can just kind of poof them out a little bit. I usually do it with my thumb, you know, as I'm doing it, but overall the design will stay. There are popcorn stitches. There's the oh, what's that other one called? I don't know what it's not coming to me right now. And I've had people ask if they can be substituted, and you know, they can. If you want to do it that way, you can. It's you know, your thing. You can do what you want. I tried all of the stitches out, all of these, you know, big pop out ones, and I like the bobble stitch the best, so that's what I write my patterns at, and that's what the gauge is and what the yarn is. So if you have any questions, you know, please feel free to ask. You can email me, Kim@thecrochetcouch.com. You do have to put the in there, I got a lot of people, they don't put that in. It's Kim at thecrochetcouch.com. Or you can go to our Facebook group. You know, we've got quite a few people in there, several admins, moderators, and lots of people that are, you know, great at helping out. We have the free crochet alongs, you know, every couple of months, so that's fun too. But anyway, let me just finish this bobble. Yeah, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And hopefully if you are unfamiliar with this stitch, this helps you a little bit so you know how to do it. And don't get overwhelmed by it. It's really easy. It's the same thing over and over and over again. You got this.